What's up? I'm Nelson. I use movies, TV, and pop culture to discuss holistic love, sex, and relationships in a conscious way. Today I'm talking about Julia Ducournau. I don't know how to say her name. Her new movie, Titane. Throughout my life, I've either pursued or prolonged fairly unhealthy relationships. There's a theory called trauma bonding, which was popularized in a book called Your Body Keeps the Score. There's a ton of studies about trauma and how your body physically produces oxytocin and dopamine and all sorts of chemicals to keep you connected energetically to these events and to these people. For me, it's been a true journey figuring out how to set boundaries with my relationships and find healthy ways to express love and to receive love. I really love watching Titane. It reminded me a lot of my past with sort of toxic behavior, especially in relationships. And as always, if you stick around until the end, I'll be sharing a few teachers and resources that really helped me move past my negative habitual patterns with relationships. Cool. So with that, let's get into the movie. Titane centers around Alexia. We first see her as a child in the backseat of her car while her father is driving. They get into an accident, and she suffers severe head injuries. The day she's released from the hospital, we see her leaving, holding her mother's hand. She drops the mother's hand, running to the car that almost killed her. This is the first example of the trauma bonding that I was discussing earlier. She hugs, then kisses the car, feeling the love for the thing that almost killed her, while also removing herself from the healthy love of her mother's hand. Next we see Alexia as an adult. She's working as a dancer and seems to have found the perfect job for herself. She's basically giving lap dances to cars. She seems really good at it and almost a niche celebrity. After work, she's approached by a creepy fan who tells her that he's in love with her. He then kisses her and she immediately kills him. Again, an example of the rejection of human love that she continuously expresses. She goes back into the venue to shower, and as if turned on by the sacrifice outside, the car turns on and she begins to have sex with it. And this is one of the coolest scenes of the film because it's so insane. She goes inside the car, they have sex. Alexia finds out she's pregnant and is upset about it. There's a woman she's with at the time who tries to console her. And of course Alexia kills her, again rejecting the healthy bond that she could have. She inadvertently goes on a killing spree, killing 2 more people, although one escapes, and this forces Alexia to go on the run. In an insane stroke of divine inspiration, she decides to shave her head, break her nose, and pose as the long missing child of a fire captain named Vincent. The years of pain and loss have made Vincent, the fire captain, ready to accept this person claiming to be his long-lost son, as in fact, his son. He picks her up and brings her home to the fire station where he lives. The other people living there are confused and try to talk Vincent out of it, but he chooses to believe her and love this person regardless of anything else. For a while, Alexia thinks about leaving, but she eventually decides to stay. This is her turning point for her, and she's begrudgingly open to loving and receiving love from someone else. This leads Alexia to being taken on an emergency call with Vincent, where she actually saves someone's life. Later that night, we have another really good scene of her where we actually see her smile and laugh for the first time. As she learns to accept love, she begins to love herself and her life. There's a lot of stuff that goes on from now until the end, but I'll just skip straight to the end. Alexia is finally ready to give birth, and she asks Vincent for help. She tells him her real name for the first time. He's upset, of course, but he still continues to love her, refusing to hurt her in the way that he promised he wouldn't. She gives birth, and he stays there comforting her, talking to her, and fully accepting her for who she is. She then dies because it's the end of her character arc. I feel like it's easy to get caught up in unhealthy relationship patterns, at least for me. The thing or the person that hurt me the most is oftentimes the thing or person I think about the most. I feel like this is true for a lot of guys. We're really good at rejecting love. We often feel uncomfortable receiving love. But on my journey, I found new levels of bliss and peace while looking for things that I knew to be healthy as opposed to things that I knew would hurt me. And as promised, here are some resources that really helped me along the way. Nami, she's a really amazing teacher. She has a way of blending more taboo sexual themes with sacred and conscious love. It's a total game changer, at least for me, and I highly recommend checking it out. and also a book called Love Satisfies. This book basically taught me about non-ejaculatory orgasms and how I can actually transform my life into a infinite orgasm if I just learn to control and hone my love in the right way. Links for both of those are in the description below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.